Hello, everybody out there, and welcome back to Anime Weekly. This show we were not ready for. I wasn't
No,
ready for it. I,
nope.
I, I can't express, Jeremy, when I saw the list of shows this week, and I found out certain
Yeah,
things that we'll get
yeah.
to.
And I feel like I know the title for this episode. It's gonna be called "The End?" Question mark.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Because guys, we are a lot of shows we lost this week. So we have no news. What we're gonna do is the shows that ended, we're gonna give our overview of towards the end. So instead of the news at the beginning, we're gonna go to the end. So let's waste no time and get into the anime. The anime we will be talking about this week are Pokemon XY&Z, episode 17. Dragon Ball Super's back, not one but two episodes. We got Dragon Ball Super episode 35 and 36.
So the tournament arc continues, and it actually gets better. Like it's
A
been
lot.
kind of meh, but these next two episodes are actually pretty good.
Yes. We got Garo season 2, episode 23. Now, I believe this is the penultimate ending. So I think next week we'll be seeing another show leaving us, possibly. Maybe I'm wrong, but it feels like next week's going to be the end of Garo.
Hmm.
Then we've got One Piece, episode 734. Naruto Shippuden, episode 454. Assassination Classroom season 2, episode 12. Now, the next four shows, which are part of our top 5 every week, are done.
Yeah.
Fairy Tail 102. We knew this from last week. Fairy Tail's going on hiatus. It's not done. It's going on hiatus for.
Yeah, because I mean, Usually it's a weekly format, but I think now with this season after Zero, they want to do seasonal instead of weekly, so they're gonna take a little break.
Well, I looked up the Blu-ray DVD sets because I wanted to get them, and the Blu-rays in America are up to episode 204. Now, I guess they didn't divide it like Japan did. So from 176, they just continued forward in America. Because
Yeah,
I know
so
none of the first
two,
volume didn't go to 200.
yeah, 204 would be 94. 204 is 94 in the second up to episode 94 in the second series, because if you count all the numbering, what are we at right now? What are we at right now?
Right now we're
Episode
at
102.
102.
Yeah, so technically this would be around, hold up, 176. So yeah, it would be somewhere
178.
around, yeah, it would be around like
278. 278.
it'd
Sorry,
be a
278.
278, yeah.
So we would be going into Zero in another two arcs, I believe.
Yep.
Two or three arcs we'd be going into Zero. And I believe they call their DVDs parts. Part 20 is coming out in June, and I believe that's going to bring us into the mid 200s.
Yeah, so
So it's coming fast.
that's weird that they don't divide it in the actual DVD collection.
I want to get it, so I'm actually looking into getting. I think the first five collections are parts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then 11 through 19, I'll probably have to get as part 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, etc. I want to catch up. But I mean, maybe. I mean, while they're on break, maybe we'll throw if it gets really bad. I mean, I would love to. We're gonna do a '90s special, so we'll
Yeah,
throw Fairy
and
Tale.
yeah, I mean, no, well, Fairy Tail isn't 90s. I feel like we could do a Fairy Tail retrospective episode if
Mm.
if you get far enough with your DVD collection, we could do a Fairy Tail retrospective. We're definitely adding the Phoenix Priestess movie
To the special.
for the specials for the special for SoundCloud listeners.
Also, now three shows. The last three are shows that are ended. They're considered complete, meaning not coming back, and no confirmation that there'll be a season 2. Divine Gate ends at episode 12. Luck and Logic ends at episode 12, and finally, Dimension W ends at episode 12. So we've got.
Dimension W is actually the only one where I'm actually really okay with the ending.
It felt like an ending. Like if they're gonna end it, that's a perfect way to end it. Yes, I absolutely agree. So here's the deal, guys. We were gonna. I want to make mention of this really quickly. Jeremy and I agree. When all the shows are over, the four that we lost plus Garo will have Pokemon, Dragon Ball, One Piece, Naruto, Pokemon, Dragon Ball, One Piece, Naruto, and Assassination Classroom. That's 5.
Hmm.
If we go down to 4, especially losing Assassination Classroom, we might put Anime Weekly on hiatus until more anime series start. Don't worry. Number one, Assassination Classroom should be going for another 10 weeks. Within the next 10 weeks, I believe we will be going into the spring, summer schedule. And I know that Hero Academy is coming very soon.
Yep.
And Taboo Tattoo's coming really soon. And
And
we don't know what else.
also, like, because nobody confirmed that this show has been delayed again. Attack on Titan, aka Shingeki no Kyojin, is actually coming back very soon.
So if we can get at least one more show, even if Assassination Classroom ends and another show begins, as long as we can hold a five show, that makes sense, a 5-show episode, we're golden. Now, I know you guys are used to hearing us talk about 10. I mean, this came as a shock to me, and Jeremy, it came as a shock to
yeah. This came out of nowhere because I didn't even realize it because I had stopped using because the site we go to
Yeah.
isn't as complete or ongoing, and I had stopped using that site because the player was acting weird for me. So I went to another one that I use, and that doesn't tell me if it's complete or not. So I had no idea that this was over.
Yeah, it's complete. They're all complete now. So let's jump into the anime. Let me actually hold on while we're doing it. I'm really sad to see some of them go because I really, I've been enjoying them. They're part of our top 5, so I feel like we're losing the shows that we look forward to every week. I wish at least one of them would have stuck around. I mean, I told you when I saw Divine Gate and Dimension W in America so quick, I had a feeling it was going to be a very short series, but I never would I ever have thought 12 episodes. I would have thought 21 at least.
Yeah, and I watched The Luck and Logic before you, and I was like, I can't believe it's over. It actually ended, and I'm like, no, it can't end like this. It can't. It can't.
But it did. I mean, they could end it all in a movie. I was saying Luck and Logic could end in the. We were getting into it. Pokemon X, Y, and Z, episode number 17. Another episode that's really not anything pertaining to Ash going to a gym. There's a thunder.
I was gonna say, yeah, he's still not going to that gym.
There's a thunder festival. They find this guy who's trapped in a cave who has a broken leg, and he's trying to bring medicine to these children that are sick, and they have to go through the cave in order to get to the town faster. So they find out that they break basically the rock slide that happened years ago. So now they can get to the town faster. Zapdos makes an appearance, which apparently in Japan, Zapdos is called Thunder.
Huh.
So he makes an appearance. The big important thing that happens in this episode is Noivern.
Noivern. Yeah, Noivern
becomes Noivern in this episode. He evolves.
Oh, Noibat becomes Noivern. Oh, cool.
Right. So basically, it's Obat that becomes Noivern. Yeah, he evolves basically, and that's the important part of this episode. He saves Lucha. Man, if I can remember, because the Japanese say one thing, the Americans say another. Halucha. He saves Halucha. In America, we call him Halucha.
Oh, cool. It's the bird. It's the bird Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He saves him from Zapdos, and him and Zapdos fight for a bit. Zapdos doesn't understand because Team Rocket is trying to capture Zapdos. They end up losing in the end. And
what is Zapdos doing in the Kalos region?
That's what I said.
Isn't Zapdos a Kanto legendary?
Apparently, I was talking to somebody about it, and they said there's like 2 Lugias now. So basically, the legendary birds aren't really legendary anymore. You can have more than one.
Well, I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense because you have to have at least 2 to make one, right? So, I mean, maybe one's a male. Yeah, maybe one's a male, one's a female. So I guess that makes sense.
I don't care. Either way, they make it to the Thunder Festival. The kids get the medicine. Hooray! The end. Where did the action go? Where did the Pokemon League go?
See,
I'm
telling you, man. You keep saying you're not a Digimon fan, but Digimon at least has a steady stream of action with their episodes, except for one.
If they go into a new story arc, how many episodes in are they?
So it's it's divided into parts. The first part was 5 episodes. The second part was another 5 episodes. So yeah, it's 10 episodes, I guess.
Okay, so is it a new story arc yet or no?
Well, no, it's not okay. It's not technically okay. Technically, right? So Digimon goes following the main story without any of the weird offshoot spin-offs. It's Digimon Adventure, then Digimon Adventure 2, and the current one we're on is Digimon Adventure Try, which is where the kids are adults now and
Right.
they're in college and stuff. And that's the one that I'm currently following, and it's on the second part. At 2 out of 6, part 2 out of 6, and so it's technically the second movie, but it's like the second chunk. It's really good. Kat likes it a lot too, and the fact that Kat's not really a big anime fan, that lets you know it's a good series.
We'll see. I mean, if we get really, really low and we want to keep the show going, maybe I'll jump in the middle and you'll just have to catch me up like we did with Fairy Tail. But I'm going back to watch Fairy Tail. That's 100%. Now, next up we've got Dragon Ball Super. Like I told you guys, it was going to happen. They updated and they both episodes because you mentioned one was out already. It just wasn't subbed yet. So we got episode 35 and 36. We basically got the next two parts of the tournament. We found out that Goku was
Yeah. Yeah, he was reestablished into the tournament because they found out that Frost did use that weird needle thingy to cheat.
So Goku's back in. He's after Vegeta. So basically, him and Vegeta switch places. Piccolo's still out, and that other weird guy.
Yeah,
Did you
Monaka.
see the hint? Did you see the hint that was dropped by Champa? Was it Champa?
Beerus? Or no, wait,
No.
no. I think it was Vagos.
Whis. It was dropped by Whis. He's like, they know him from their past.
Huh.
Watch episode 35 again. He drops this weird hint where it's like, eventually they're going to find out. You might as well tell them who it is. And it's like, who?
There's only one really short guy that we've ever met in Dragon Ball, and he's in the dead zone.
No, it's not him.
It's not okay. So at least it's not Garlic Jr. Okay, good.
I don't think it's Garlic Jr., but the way they dropped the hint was like, and I'm trying in my mind to think of all the characters that were in Dragon Ball Z.
Because, I mean, the guy's name is Monaka. We've never met a guy named Monaka, and I'm pretty sure we would recognize a dude with giant nipples.
What's his name? Say it backwards.
I don't know what his name backwards is, but his name regular is Monaka. It's like Monaka, Monaka.
No, I don't know any character would call him.
No. Huh. If they know him, I wonder. It's weird.
It's very interesting. It's going to be very interesting when the reveal happens, but Vegeta beats Frost.
He one-punched that guy. Like, Vegeta took some lessons from Saitama, and he just one-punched the crap out of that dude.
Yeah, and I kind of feel a little robbed. I wanted to see a little bit more of that fight. Instead, we got Vegeta versus that robot guy.
The robot guy's pretty interesting, though. Like, he was really taking hits. Like, and he had a really cool ability with the lava stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing with that weird cube thingamajigger.
And then we find out in episode 36 that harsh words are what his weakness is.
He insulted, he's like, you piece of junk.
And he fails.
That was funny.
That was wild. So
he took but that guy took a final flash to the face, though. You earned some respect for that. Like, he took a final flash to the face.
Oh, he gets a lot of respect from me for that. But I like the episode. I love the action in it. I love the story to it. I'm glad I got 2 episodes. I feel like I got.
Did you watch the preview for the next episode?
No.
At the very end? Oh, well, preview for the next episode, Vegeta's going up against the little Saiyan guy, and the little Saiyan guy...
The Super Saiyan.
Yeah, he actually goes Super Saiyan. So that's going to be interesting. I wonder if that Super Saiyan is different from our Super Saiyan. I mean, it looks exactly the same, but does it come with different abilities?
I don't know, but Vegeta goes Super Saiyan God.
Oh, man.
So it's going to be... I have a feeling Vegeta's going to get knocked out. It's going to be up to Goku to fight the Saiyan boy, and then it's going to be Monaka versus the Hitman guy.
Yeah, Hit, the guy that looks kind of like Cell.
Hit.
He seemed really, really powerful because he's not even flinching when this stuff is happening.
And Frost is super strong, you know, and he took Frost out like that.
Frost was a little punk though. Like I don't think he was really that strong.
Mm, stands to it stands to reason. Either way, Frost tried to escape and steal money, and Hit stopped him.
Yep.
So that's why I make mention of that. But that's really all that happened with Dragon Ball. Anything else you'd like to add, Jeremy, before we move to Garo?
Well, I mean, the animations, for Dragon Ball Super, the animation like was actually pretty good. Like usually, it ranges from like good to meh. But this time, for these past two episodes, it was pretty good animation. The fight was pretty well done. I like that we're actually getting decent fights now instead of just ring outs and
Now it's more technical. Yeah, I agree.
yeah. And I'm glad Goku's back. It's a good thing Goku's back. I would have been mad if he wasn't.
All right, so Garo season 2 episode number third, and ironically another one that's even. So number 23. I feel like this is the penultimate issue. I skipped around a lot because Garo. I feel like if this is the end, Rudera wakes up, is woken by Dorma, and it's up to the two Makai Knights and why did I forget her name again? Semi, God bless you for remembering. Semi to stop Rudera, and we find out that the girl that was brought back to seal Rudera away, she finally realizes what her purpose is, and it kind of ends with them all preparing for what looks to be the final battle. So I'm led to believe that this is going to be the last. Next week's going to be the last episode of Garo, unless they continue on. I mean, this is season 2. Maybe they'll continue forward a bit more, and then I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I feel like
with it at episode 22, I feel like usually anime end at 23, 24. So if anything, it'll have this episode or maybe one more after the next.
It's 23 now.
Oh, so yeah, then definitely this next episode is going to be the last one.
Exactly. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. So that's really all I could say for Garo. Garo at this point, if it's ending, I think next week will be like a really abbreviated version because we missed a lot of the beginning. But if it's not, and we're getting more story, I feel like we'll be able to jump in a bit more and watch it because big stuff will be out of the way finally.
Mhm.
All right, I'm giving you One Piece to talk about because I got so bored because this was like we won for 20 minutes.
Okay, so basically, how One Piece works, if you're not familiar with One Piece that has this kind of formula they go with. They go with go to a new territory, experience, feel out the bad guy, discover who the bad guy is, fight bad guy, give speech to bad guy, fight bad guy some more, almost lose, then beat bad guy, then get drunk and celebrate. And this was the get drunk and celebrate portion.
Except Luffy was out cold again.
I mean, yeah. I mean, he used the Gear Force transformation again, so it makes sense that he's passed out.
It does.
But it's what it is. If you're used to watching One Piece, you expected it to be this way. So I wasn't. I was kind of just indifferent. Like it didn't bore me, but it didn't. It wasn't anything that was just like wow. It was just okay. And now we're moving on to the next arc, which they usually start arcs with recaps though. So we might just get another. We might next week might just be a recap episode of this arc, like a whole summation episode.
Well, that was what this episode was. I feel we got everybody's backstory in this story.
Yeah, well, yeah, they tend to do that a lot though. That's how One Piece is.
Either way, now you guys understand why we say if we ever go down to 4, we're taking a break because this is what it would be like because we just went through 4 shows. Naruto Shippuuden, episode 454. I know this is near and dear to your heart, so go for it again.
Yeah, so this one was really interesting and really fun because we actually get to see it's Itachi and Shisui working on like a training exercise and like I thought that when I had first seen Shisui in previous flashback episodes, I had thought that Shisui was actually Itachi's age, but it looks like Shisui is actually significantly older than Itachi, and he was kind of being like an older brother to
Yeah.
Itachi, teaching him different skills and all this other stuff. And I loved how he just kept mentioning, "You're exceptional, Itachi. You're exceptional, but you need to learn how to think."
Yeah, Itachi mentored him,
More
definitely.
like others. Yeah. So it was really cool to see that that fight sequence that they did against the Ambu ninja was pretty intense. Um, and at the end of the episode, we get like a time skip to see that Itachi and Shisui have joined the Ambu now. Um, so they're going to be dealing with Danzo, which means pretty soon, probably in an episode or two, this arc is going to end, or we're gonna get to actually see the Uchiha family massacre.
Which I'm excited to see because of the way you mentioned it to me. So that's good also because that means then only one more story arc and then we get into the final, the grand finale of Shippuden, which I feel that'll happen at the end of 2016 and we'll get into the new Naruto series probably 2017, 2018
Yep.
with Boruto.
Yeah, the manga's starting in May, so yeah, that gives it enough time. I feel to get build up enough chapters. Because I mean, Hero Academia is only on 80 chapters, and they're already getting an anime now. So I feel like Boruto will have enough time to build up to get
I think
have
80
enough chapters
chapters
to
is,
get a.
I think 80 chapters though is far, especially because this is an anime Hero Academia that doesn't look like it has a definitive end.
Yep.
All right. Assassination Classroom Season 2, Episode number 12. This one didn't end. It was to be continued last week. It's to be continued this week again. I like how we went right back into the test. More symbolism about taking the test. And then they get their final grades, and it turns out the entire E class is the first 50 spots. They got all of them, got the first 50 spots.
That was awesome.
Principal lost. The A class lost. And the principal comes in, he's like, we're going to study harder. We're going to do better. And they're like, no, we're going to go join the E class.
Yeah, I was just like, you guys, when I saw that, I was like, you guys can go suck it. I'm like,
Yeah.
because they are kind of extremely pompous, and they deserved that.
Yeah, but then the principal comes and tries to knock down the E class's school and basically gives Koro Sensei an ultimatum. Do a task that basically will kill him, almost 90% will kill him, or walk away from being a teacher, or you're fired, basically. But that's where the cliffhanger was again.
But technically, if you really think about it, they can't fire him because that's a part of his condition. Otherwise, he's going to destroy the Earth.
I don't think the principal cares anymore.
Well, then that guy's just a douche.
He's been that way, dude. Where have you been?
Well, I mean, I know he's a douche, but like but it's a different thing to be a douche to people and to be a douche to the entire world. You know what I mean?
It's a
Like,
fight, I think, between him and the government to try to kill Koro Sensei. That's just my opinion.
maybe. Who knows?
I'm very upset at that, though. I am excited for next week just to see Koro Sensei win because we all know he's gonna win.
Yeah, he's gonna
Obviously, the manga kept going.
He's gonna stick it to the guy. I haven't actually read the ending yet because I'm kind of just I'm stalling because I don't want to read the ending until the anime gets closer to it. I'm not gonna read the ending because I want to actually be surprised by the ending.
I probably won't read or at least cheat a little bit and look at the ending in the manga until we get past at least the background. His background when he was younger.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna abstain from watching or reading the last chapter till then. But it is out, right? Officially,
Yep.
the manga's
Yeah.
over.
Yep. Yep.
Everything's ending this month. This is disgusting. All right. Speaking of ending, let's start with the. Oh God, I hate this. Let's start with Fairy Tail 102. Now, I know Fairy Tail's not ended. I know it's not over. They're gonna come back. They're just taking a break. But man, do I wish they weren't taking a break because we just got back to the present. They should have taken a break 2 episodes ago. Would you agree?
Yeah, they should have taken a break right when they ended Zero, and then you could have just taken a break and then started right up where the time skip, where the year time skip happens. But no, they ended where I think they were gonna end it, where they finally got Fairy Tail back together. But yeah, they ended it there.
Yeah, basically Natsu and Lucy and Happy are gonna go bring back Fairy Tail, but Natsu is back. I feel like this episode, and maybe it's because I watched episode 1 recently of the very, very, very beginning. It felt like it harkened back to the very first
Yeah,
episode
it did very much parallel that first episode.
with the eating, with the them staying at her house, and the cat scratching the pose, and them.
But they always like break into Lucy's house though.
But it felt like the team's getting back together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was nice to see the three of them together again. Well, technically four if you count. No, it's three if it's Happy. Yeah, three if you count Happy, it's
I
three.
count Happy. Happy as a character. I
Uh,
I love Happy. How
Happy.
dare you not count Happy? I'm getting the Funkos, all 3 of them for Fairy Tail. Who doesn't like Happy?
If you actually look into the fairy tale fandom, a lot of people don't like Happy.
I
But
love Happy. I don't care. Let haters gonna hate.
personally, I'm more of a Panther Lily man myself because Panther Lily is the coolest cat.
Ellie told me
Uh,
about them. I have to watch it to find out more.
yeah, Panther Lily is the coolest cat out of all of them because he can turn into a giant muscular panther guy. He's cool.
I need to see. I have to. I think with so little anime to watch now, I might take advantage of the time and go back and watch Fairy Tail. The first episode. Like I want to get the Blu-ray set. Maybe the Blu-ray set will push me to watch more.
Nice. But yeah, like it just kind of ended where I expected it to. I mean, and it's just like, oh, don't worry, we'll be back. Oh, we're gonna bring the whole guild together. Yay. But I mean, I'm glad that they're gonna take time to like up the quality, and it's not just that we're gonna end to end.
Right. The
I
ending
just
to build up. Hmm.
yeah, because I feel like it's just the animators can't handle the weekly schedule that they've been doing for the past year or so. So they want to do a seasonal so they can actually have breaks, so they can put out better quality episodes and stuff
As
like that.
as long as they put out 30 episodes a year, I'll be happy. Or 30 episodes every 9 months, I'll be happy.
Yeah, I would be okay with that.
Wait, is that too many episodes? Because there's 52 weeks in a year. Yeah, no, at 5 months, yeah.
Or at least, put a movie or like you do like little specials out in between then kind of like how One Punch Man does. I feel like
Oh,
that could work also.
absolutely. I feel like there's going to be a movie coming because oh wait, yeah, you told me there's a fairy tale, there's something fairy tale related in the works.
Yeah, there's some kind of big project that they're still working on right now that's going to come out during the summer, which is probably going to be a movie.
I could live with that. But we bid adieu to Fairy Tale for now. It will be back, and we will be back covering it. Jeremy brought me into Fairy Tale with Fairy Tale Zero. I wasn't ready to jump into the present. When I went back and watched those first 6 episodes, I fell in love with the series. Going back to the present, I'm just angry that I only got 2 episodes of the present, and now it's like vacation. So I have to wait for the next season to start up again. I can understand it. They want DVDs to catch up. They want the show to take a break so they can, so the artist can take a break. Understandable completely, but I really love Fairy Tale.
It's a great series, yeah, definitely.
You don't want to add anything else to it?
No, that's pretty much it. I mean, it was good to see them kind of reestablish the friendship between Natsu, Lucy, and Happy, and like the same old. I like how Lucy was just like the more things change, the more things stay the same type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun.
All right, so then let's go into Luck and Unluck. Divine Gate, episode number 12, the grand finale for Divine Gate. I feel like it ended very
Yeah,
well.
I think this is gonna come back because
The ending, the
yeah, because
very ending.
Arthur's not entirely free, and that's still the whole goal is to free Arthur, and Arthur is still under Loki's control.
Well, did you see the after credit? With
No,
the
there
brother?
there was an after credits.
There was the brother going up and kissing the hand of a goddess. And it ended with like, this is going to be the next enemy, and it kind of flickered, and then it went off.
Oh, so they're setting up for another season. Nice.
That's why I told you. I think Divine Gate basically almost definitely is set up for a season 2 because of the
Very
way it
nice.
ended. It ended with the brother and somebody else, and somebody else had like an evil grin, and it went.
Nice. Okay. Okay, I'm happy about that though. Maybe season 2 will be a lot less weird.
I hope so, because this episode, it's like, we're going to go through the gate. We find out that the little boy is the key to the gate, to the Divine
Oh,
Gate.
so the one that Alto has been seeing this entire
He's
time?
the key to the gate.
Hmm.
And he's trying to convince them to go through. They could change the past, whatever, and the Scandinavian gods are trying to stop them. Like, humans shouldn't have the right to change their lives. They should just live their lives. And then that guy comes back and tells them, you can't do this, because if you do this, the council will disappear. If the council disappears, the world falls to chaos, and that's what Loki wanted. So
Yep.
in the end, they decide, you know what? Why, like the girl figures, if I go back in there, what was the point to all my running if I'm going to catch her? And Alto says, it basically, in the end, they didn't want the world to fall to chaos, so they chose not to go into the gate. And we also found out that the knights all survived. All of
Yeah,
them survived.
that
We saw
that was
Lancelot.
that was exciting because that means Arthur's daughter is not dead. And I was like, yay, now they can save her dad and they can be reunited and it's, oh, yay.
Yeah, because when Lancelot said, we're okay, we're going to go get him back, but now we're going to go get him back, and it ended, I'm like, okay, the next season's going to be all about getting Arthur back. It's going to be another 12. It's going to be awesome. Or they're going to make a movie. At least a movie. They cannot end Divine Gate like that. There were too many teasers.
Because I definitely think, like, at least, definitely the three of them, Akane, Midori, and Alto, are going to be knighted next season. They're going to officially become knights. Because that's what they were at the school training for, was to, get knighthood and stuff.
I agree. And I think Lancelot's going to get them back in with the council, and the council won't be so mad at them.
Yep.
So, all right, Divine Gate in a whole now. And hopefully I have more to talk about with this, because this was only 12 episodes. It's like you said, Jeremy, it was weird, or it was really cool. I loved Alto's character spoke to me a lot, and so did the other boy's character.
Akane.
I liked him too. So I really feel like this series deserves a second.
I mean, it's not that Midori's character wasn't was a weak
Interesting.
character. It was just that like kind of her motivation was a little bit one dimensional. I mean, you could say the same about both of them. I mean, their motivations
She's
are
the
kind of similar.
Sakura. She's the
Yeah,
Sakura of the group.
yeah, she just didn't get enough. She didn't get enough spotlight for us to care as much as we do about the other two. Because
Right.
Akane got his own episode, and so did Alto. Like Midori, she kind of did, but like the most we got from her was the weird play episode where like you know what I'm talking about, right? With Shakespeare.
Where her and her best friend get back together and they're going to be friends
Yep.
forever again. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then like we got more of her again where in that really painful episode where like, all their important people were murdered.
hmm
Yep.
So I think they're still alive too, because if the Scandinavian gods didn't kill the Knights of the Round, then they probably didn't kill Akane's father.
And we know
I think they did kill Dorothy, because Oz showed up at the end and he was still grieving.
yeah.
So I don't know, but Loki's going to be taken down, I think, next season. That's if they do another season or a movie, the aim is going to be to take Loki down, save Arthur.
You know what would be cool? Like you notice how the Scandinavian gods are always like antagonists to them, right? What if to take down Loki, they team up with Thor? Because if you really think about it,
cool.
the one person who can take down Loki is always Thor.
I hope they do that.
Yeah.
I hope they do that. I really do hope they do that. But for what it's worth, Divine Gate, as weird or as cool as it was always one of my favorites. So
Yeah, I'd give it a 4 out of 5. I'd give it a 4 out of 5. It's very solid.
Identical.
Like, yeah, the cool outweighs the weird.
Absolutely. 100% agree. So it's a 4 out of 5 from both of us. Definitely go out and check out the 12 episodes. It's only 12 episodes. Divine Gate is being dubbed in English.
Yeah.
And so is Dimension W. But next, we have Luck and Logic. episode number 12, the grand finale. This is not dubbed in English, but should be. It's a Japanese-only anime for right now, and this was the final battle between Yoshitsuka and Olga.
Yeah, Yoshika and Athena
Athena versus
versus
Olga and
Lucifer
Lucifer.
and Olga. Yep.
And they are in their overtrance. So when their trance is over, they lose all their cards. And if they lose all their cards, they lose all their personality. Because this fight has to count, or else that's it. And Yoshitsuka doesn't want to fight Olga. He's trying to save Olga. We find out that Lucifer's controlling Olga in a way because they're overtrance, so he kind of has the ability. It's part of the covenant with Lucifer that he can control you.
Yep.
And the fight becomes them fighting Lucifer in a way, and Olga wanting only to fight Yoshitsuka, which I was like, okay, this is kind of like Vegeta versus Goku, where Vegeta doesn't give a crap about anybody else. He just wants to beat the crap out of Goku.
Yep.
So, I liked it. I
Yeah.
loved it.
And I liked how the team got involved at the end when they were searching for the cards.
Yeah. Well, what happened was, okay, Yoshitsuka and Athena beat Olga and Lucifer, and their overtrance ended. And he did a benediction, but like a dome benediction, and it saved all the cards before they could fly away. So Olga and Lucifer didn't lose anything. Their overtrance basically ended without a consequence. But then Yoshitsuka's overtrance ended, and they lost all of their cards.
Yep.
And
they didn't lose all their cards. They had most of their cards except for Athena's Sorrow card.
Well, at the end, when they did the recap a week later, it turns out they got all their cards back, except Athena was missing one and Yoshitsuka was missing one. Athena was missing Sorrow, like you said. Unfortunately, Yoshitsuka was missing his memory, so he can't remember. He couldn't remember anything from the past, and he still has problems. It's like having Alzheimer's. He can't continue to remember, and he keeps trying to run away from the ALS.
Yep, because like he thinks he's somewhere random.
But we find out why he's running away. It's not because he's running away he's scared. He's running away because he felt like he could find something. And we get a little bit of a flashback where him and Athena are actually talking before the overtrance, and he's like,
they made the deal that if whoever finds the other person's card, has to give the other person a wish or whatever,
and find then the other person's last card.
Mm-hmm.
So then we get back to the present, and it turns out Yoshitsuka finds Athena's last card, and she's completely restored, and he's still missing his memory, though.
And then but now that she has her final card, she can feel sorrow, and she cries, and it makes you feel like,
Yeah, that's what happened. I cried at that point because it's like, she actually said, I promise I will find your stuff. I will find your card. I promise. And it ends like that.
Yeah, because she loves him. She obviously loves him, and he loved her.
The goddesses chose to stay, by the way. The gate was destroyed, and the goddesses still chose to stay behind. Obviously, Athena stayed behind so she could help Yoshitsuka find his last card. And the other goddesses stayed behind, obviously, because they felt like they wanted to stay and help more.
Yeah, so, and you know that they've built a solid friendship with all the girls, and
oh, tell me you didn't cry with Mana. Her goddess adopted her until she's of age.
Yeah, I thought that was so cute. I was like, yay! Because her whole thing was about not having parents anymore, and I was like, yeah, Artemis, you go. All right, yeah, that was nice. And again, I like with I can't remember the girl's name. No, not Chloe.
Her trans partner. Oh my God, the goddess of love. Oh.
Yeah, the one with Aphrodite. Yeah, the girl with the glasses. That's like the perfectionist. Yeah.
It starts with a Y. But anyway, yeah, she stays behind because she wants to go dating all the firemen and whatnot.
I thought that was funny.
But here's the problem. It ended like that. It ended with Yoshitsuka still missing his memory card and Athena swearing she'll find it. Now, if you guys remember, the first episode started with her finding his missing trance card, not his logic card, his trance card. And now roles are reversed, and now it's her finding his last logic card, so he can trance again and get all of his memories back. This one had an ending where it could be over, it might be over.
I mean, like realistically thinking, it's probably over. But like the fan in me is like, it can't end this way. It's too sad to end this way.
I agree, 100%. Jeremy, I agree with you. I want to see him at least get his memory card back. I mean, Olga survived and he stayed, with the ALS. Lucifer ends up, Olga gives him the option. You could stay with me and work for good, or if I take my card back, you die. And he's like, I'd rather die. And he died. So, I mean, everything ended the right way.
If anything, they could at least just wrap this up in an OVA/movie.
I agree. Yep. All in total, though, what did you think of the series, Jeremy?
I give this a 5. I absolutely loved this series. It was amazing. I loved the concept of like merging with the goddesses and the ALS. The chief is so cool. I love the chief. She was an awesome character. Every one of those girls is an awesome character. I loved each one of their backstories. Out of all the girls, though, who's your favorite? Whose backstory is your favorite?
Athena. I love Athena.
So out of the logistics, who's your
logistics?
So who's your favorite logistic? I would go with Mana I'd go with Mana. I love Mana.
It gave me a lot of feels, but Olga's character I would have loved to have seen if we got a season 2. I would love to see his character finally get a trans partner. And you saw when they were fighting, they're like, we could have fought alongside each other. I want to see him fighting alongside Yoshitsuka and see.
Yeah. Definitely. Olga grew on me a lot, but I don't know. Mano was just so cool, and I like her and her sniper rifle. I really liked her. Like I always thought that Artemis was kind of like a mother to her, so I thought it made sense that like she adopted her. That was awesome. This is one I was sad, but also very happy with the ending.
The news with this, and I believe it's a 5-star also, so we're agreeing so far 2 for 3. We got to get to the third one. This is not based off of a manga. This is based off of basically a card game. And they can choose to continue it. They can choose to, that's it. It's 12 episodes. It was to try to sell the cards, and that was it. So
I guess it depends on the card sales. I mean, if these cards were released in English, I would definitely buy those cards.
Oh, absolutely. And if this show was released in America, I'm positive the American people would love it, and they'd beg for more. It's just unfortunately one of those things where I don't see it happening, and I'm hoping that maybe they'll do a season 2. We won't know. You know how we'll find out? We'll just find out when the shows start popping out as the year. Maybe this time next year we'll be like, oh my God, remember Luck and Logic? This is season 2. Remember Divine Gate? Here's season 2.
Well, Divine Gate's more likely than Luck and Logic.
Yes.
But yeah.
Now we got the most likely to have a sequel. We've got the one that's up in the air, and now we go to Dimension W, which is the one that I feel out of the 3
is the most definitive. Yeah, it had the most definitive ending.
It does, and we finally figure out what happened to the Genesis drive, and we found out what happened with Midori. We found out that Kyoma actually attempted to save his girlfriend with the Genesis drive, and she stops him. And she tells him, no, what I want done with the Genesis drive is I want you to destroy it. And in the end, they make that final decision where he destroys it. But in destroying it, it screwed up his memory. So he forgot. And we find out that because Mira tried to help him re-access his memories, this reminds me so much of Doc Ock Spidey, her coil's about to explode.
Yeah, it was about to overload.
So she tried to get as far away from him as possible before that happens, and they're still fighting. I cannot say his name, but they're fighting the dark scientist that was working for on Easter Island that caused all the death and destruction.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about. I can't pronounce the name either.
And they fight him in the end, and he ends up finding Mira, and Mira's about to go nuclear. And as wow, look alive,
Kyo.
wow, Choma is dealing the final blow. Mira also goes nuclear, and her coil explodes. But because they're connected to Dimension W, we find out that the whole point of her like the drill spear had a numbers coil in it instead of just a regular coil, so that's how it
Yep.
defeated the Shemire, if that's how you pronounce the scientist's name. And it turns out that the doctor comes back and gives Mira like a unique coil that's like a heart. So now she's kind of more human.
Yeah, it was very Pinocchio. I felt like, yeah, I'm a real girl now. I thought that was cool. I like that.
So in the end, the Genesis drive is gone. Lou and the others go back to Africa. Kyoma remains a collector. He's closer with Mira. Him and Mira are now a team. And basically, Easter Island is now clean. You know, they finished. They ended everything. They closed everything off, and now just life goes back to normal. And the ending, they played the theme, and they showed like a recap of everything that went on since Easter Island. And it ended with Kyoma basically saying, I love my life, and I'll always be a collector. Boom.
Yeah, and he's still with Mira. They still have their friendship. My only problem. I really kind of wish that like it would have ended with like more of him showing more affection towards Mira. Like kind of like like kind of playfully saying let's go Rust Bucket type of thing, and he just pats her on the back.
He called her Mira.
Yeah,
Yeah, which was a big step.
that I like. He called her by her name instead of Rust Bucket or piece of junk.
So
Or
they've already kind of bonded.
yeah, true.
So, all right, Jeremy, what is your verdict on Dimension W? Because
I'm gonna give this one a 5 also because
we're three
man,
for three.
that theme song, the action, the characters. I love the whole sci-fi aspect, the design of it. It's just really, really good. We built this show on some good anime, man. We had some good choices.
We did, and Dimension W, I agree with you. 5 out of 5, man. I wish this would go on. I mean, there's potential for more. I feel like even though this had the most definitive ending, at the same time they could still continue it
Yeah,
because there's still a
they could even do spin-offs on the other characters because we don't know what happened to like the prince dude. We could see more of what
Oh, he
happened to
died.
him.
He absolutely died.
So he's dead for
His
sure.
daughter took over I think, took his place though as
Okay, so he's not so he didn't like his energy didn't get into Dimension W or whatever.
no, he died, but the daughter is still moving forward. We just don't know how yet.
Okay.
So, I mean, there's a lot of potential. I guess they're testing the waters, and that's why they sent it to America at the same time to see how we take it. So, guys, if you want to show your support, watch it on Toonami, talk
Yep.
about it, share it with the world.
Yeah, tweet about it on Twitter while it's airing on Toonami. Like it's 12:30 Eastern Standard Time on Saturdays.
Hmm.
So
Give
definitely
it
check
love.
that out.
Yeah, give it love, and maybe we'll get a season 2 next year.
And I mean, Chris Sabat does a great job as Kyo. I really like his voice as
I
Kyo.
I might go back and watch the first couple of dubs and then continue forward on Toonami just to watch the dub version, just for the hell
Yeah,
of it.
yeah, and also give it support. So maybe if it's a big enough hit in America, maybe even if it doesn't continue in Japan, if it's a big enough hit in America, maybe America will continue it.
Exactly, and maybe Japan will just do it for America, which I'm okay with too. So that's the show, and guys, starting next week, we only have 6 animes left. Very soon to be 5. So, like we said already, I'll re-say it again. If we go down to 4, we might go on a little bit of a hiatus. I don't see that happening though, because Hero Academia should be starting soon. There are a lot of other animes, I'm sure. Even if they're 12 episodes long, they're going to be starting up soon. Attack on Titan, like Jeremy said, should be starting soon.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm really excited for that.
So we have a lot. We'll find something. We still are doing the 90s special. So if we do, by chance, go on hiatus for like a week or two, one of those weeks will be the 90s special for sure.
Yep.
100%. And
Yep.
the Otaku Hour will still happen on Comic Frontline. It'll just be the 4 shows and whatever everybody wants to discuss. It'll be an hour long, live show. Come on,
Hmm.
anime with us. But I'm hoping that we keep going. I really do want to keep the show moving forward strong. I know Hero Academia is going to be awesome when it comes out. I know a few other shows that are coming out like Taboo, Tattoo, and stuff. Maybe a Sword Art will start up again because Cindy's been, religiously.
That's supposed to go to season 3 soon. But the novels haven't released yet, so I feel they have to release the novel first. Because unlike most, it's not a manga series. It's actually based off of a novel.
Why?
So,
Oh, I forgot to mention to you. Guess what also ended this week, but we don't review it.
oh what?
Mobile Suit Gundam, Iron Blooded Orphan.
Oh, that's funny.
Everything ended this week. It's horrible.
Yeah, erased the one that I've been watching. That also ended. I didn't like that ending. I didn't like that ending at all.
Okay, so it's a good thing we didn't decide to jump into it because it
Yeah.
ended really quickly.
It ended pretty badly, to be honest. The mystery was very well built up, but the ending didn't deliver.
Good. So I'm glad we didn't. I'm glad we didn't get a chance. Well, we couldn't have until after this week because this was the 10 episodes again. Plus, we had 2 for Dragon Ball Super. So fingers crossed things work out, guys, and more anime will make its way onto this show. Feel free to recommend anything you guys know is starting up soon. Anything that's already in production, it's a bit harder to catch up on. So, and anything that's already concluded, we're not doing old shows yet. I don't think we're at that point where we can say, oh, we'll go back and watch Fairy Tail 1 through 10 and review that. I don't think we're that in need of anime right now. Not saying it'll always be that way, but fingers crossed. I mean, April's here. You never know. Something.
We'll be doing the Boruto movie review in a couple weeks or so for you guys on SoundCloud if you're listening right now.
So there's stuff coming your guys' way, and even if the show goes on hiatus, the movies will still keep going on SoundCloud. So
Yeah, and if anything, if we also run low on anime, we can also release the audio. We can also release the audio files for the movies as episodes if we really get low.
yeah, then we'll put the movies as episodes instead, and we'll just we'll compensate. We'll figure something else out. But that's for another week. Right now, everything seems to be okay enough that we don't have to worry. So we won't have to worry. Oh, my bed sheet came out. Bed sheet. So right now we don't have to worry about it.
And most of the finales we scored, they were pretty high. A majority of them were 5s. Like that's how you know they were a good anime.
So go back and watch them, please. I mean, show them support. Maybe if they see a lot of people are watching, they'll bring it back. I think that Divine Gate's definitely already sort of got a season 2. I think that.
If anything, to make sure that Divine Gate gets a season 2, we'll probably both get the DVD sets, and so that way, like they know if people are interested in the series.
I'm sure when Toonami finishes Dimension W, there'll be a DVD set, and you're damn right, I'm getting it. It's from
Dude. If that comes with a soundtrack, you bet your ass I'm gonna get.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a 2-disc full season because it's 12 episodes, 6 on one disc, 6 on another. So
Yeah.
I'm getting that. Absolutely. So support it that way too. Get the DVDs. I'm going to start my Fairy Tail collection. As soon as the Batman v Superman stuff finishes up for me, which that's going to be another couple of weeks. But I think starting soon, I'm going to start a Fairy Tail collection.
Yeah, because I mean, even if you guys watch it online, if you support it by getting the DVD sets later, it still helps the industry out. So definitely.
What sucks is we won't get Luck and Logic though. We would have to find an import of it.
Yeah, that sucks, and those are really, really expensive.
Well, we know what your dad's getting for us when he goes back to Japan.
Exactly, and maybe some
Remember,
cards.
2, because I want one too.
And maybe some cards too. Maybe some cards.
Hell yeah. Alright guys, so this was Anime Weekly. Keep your fingers crossed that new stuff will be coming soon. I'm sad to see 4 of our top 5s go. It really is sad, but we're still going to power through on Anime Weekly as strong as we can until new stuff pops up. It's got to come soon. I'm sure with all the shows ending, something's got to come soon.
Hopefully.
Yeah, they can't just end everything and go into a drought either. So I'm sure something will pop up somewhere.
It'll give it at least 2 weeks. I'm pretty sure something will start up.
Mm-hmm. And Assassination Classroom, again, isn't going anywhere for at least another 5 or 6 weeks.
Yeah, so that's at least one other solid anime besides Dragon Ball Z and Naruto. Because One Piece, let's be honest, One Piece is kind of
And Pokemon is another one that we skip around. So and
yeah.
Garo's ending next week. I'm positive Garo's ending.
Yep. So that's pretty much it, you guys. We hope you enjoyed this episode and keep enjoying your anime. We'll still be back. Don't worry. It's
Yep.
just we'll be a little short this time.
Yeah, next time we'll definitely be short. As always, link to Jeremy's channel, timestamps for all the episodes we talked about, and other links to Comic Frontline, Zone 4 Podcast, Frontline Gaming Zone, Last Ember Press will also be in the description below. Comment below your thoughts on any of the animes we talked about. Did you go check out any of the animes that ended? What did you guys think of it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Do you agree with us? Disagree with us? Love to hear your guys' thoughts. I'm really sad that all of them are gone. I'm sad that Fairy Tail's on hiatus, but what can you do, right? Look,
Yeah.
it's anime. It can't last forever, unfortunately.
Oh well.
Fingers crossed. That's all I can say. So till next time, everybody, take care. Keep reading, keep collecting, as Jeremy says always.
Keep watching your anime.
And we'll see you guys next week for another Anime Weekly. Hey, everybody.